Hello and good evening to you. So today I'm going to be making something, homebrew. It's probably one of the first. I've made some kits at home, just follow the instructions and build them up. But this is probably my first little homebrew radio amateur thing. I'm going to give it a try. So one of the things I realised with the QRP and portable operation is, I think FT8 is great. I really enjoy it. I don't mind saying so. It's great when you get the 10 contacts with an activation, but it's not a conversation. So the next natural thing for me, can't go up. Well, can go up with good propagation. Should be able to make contacts in other modes, but I think the default mode is obviously Morse, and being a computer orientated person, certainly a code I should want to learn. I've got two different keys. I've got the iambic paddles over there, and I've also got this straight key. I've asked my colleagues at Paul Radio Society about which one to try, and really, from what the gist that I'm getting is like iambic is great because it will give you strain relief from your hands. But for me, being able to, because I'm relatively fit and able and young, I would like to learn this Morse, at least first with a key, up to say I'm hoping up to 10-15 words a minute, and then maybe when I've got proficient at straight keying, go over to paddles. But for me, I think old school, learning a key will have multiple uses, as well as my dexterity. I think I will get the memory. When you're using an iambic key, you're getting your dips and dars, and you squeeze together, it does things there as well, doesn't it? With this, you've got to pace and get the gaps right. I think I'm going to enjoy that a little bit more. But with that, what I wanted to do was use the Morse key in a Morse tutor. So obviously I've got a key. How do I get this to connect to my computer? So, having been through numerous computers and various things, I've got plenty of spare mice. And I saw a brilliant video where the gentleman, this isn't my original idea, I'm picking this up, but I'm doing it slightly differently. So with this key, there isn't the terminals to put a wire directly onto it. It's going straight into the body, and the only other way to do it would be to undo it. And really, I don't want to do that, because for me, the key already is good enough. So what I want really is just to use the original cable and somehow modify it. So what I've done is we've got numerous cables sat around here. We do, have done a lot of audio work in the past, and I've got plenty to surplus. So what I've done, I got what is originally a Y cable. So this cable here, try and keep it in shot. This cable here was originally a Y cable like that. So you take two inputs, take two mono inputs into one single input. So I tested, or I've already tested for continuity, and it's the tip and the ring that connect. When you put the plug in there, the tip and the ring form the circuit. So I can plug my straight key into here. Sorry about the video. I can plug my straight key into here, and then I have a connector And what I can then do is cut off the other input, put that onto the end here, like so, like that, and then I've got, this originally had 3 wires, you may be able to see here. There's the common, yeah, get in focus, the common, the red, and the white cable. I've cut the white cable off because again I've checked for continuity already, and it's the red and the common form the tap. So all I have to do then is, with this old mouse, is I've taken it out of the case. I'm going to return it back to the case. I won't be using it as a mouse anymore, but like, it just makes sense. The mouse case will protect it. You could still use it as a mouse, but what I can do then is like take either the left or the right mouse click. It's quite easy to identify the common and the switch here, so I think I'll probably go with these two. There's your common, which is going to be that one, and there's your switch, which is that one. Wire it into there, solder those two on, put it back in the case, and then I've got a USB cable. The USB cable from the mouse will then go into the computer, therefore recreating the right or left mouse click will then be an input to the computer. All I need to do then is get the application to recognise that a mouse input is the Morse key. Oh yeah, I'm going to get my soldering iron out. And my soldering isn't brilliant. It's not bad, but it's not brilliant. But it's been a while. But this isn't too bad. I've done SMT stuff in the past, so surface mount resistors and stuff like that. Put a little kit, oscilloscope kit I built by hand. I had the chip on the board, but all the resistors and everything will surface mount. So it's nothing like as small as the smallest thing I've done. It's just 2 wires. So yeah, I'm going to get the soldering iron out and wire it together and see how we go. I'll get the soldering iron set up and see where we go. So got the soldering station out, and I've cleaned the tip up the best I can. It was in a very sorry state indeed, a very sorry state. I haven't machined it, but I did have to get quite rough to get it back to bare metal, but obviously not down to the copper with the tip. Just very lightly rubbed it with this bit of sandpaper from a Dremel. Very lightly rubbed it against it, and I've re-tinned the tip. It's still not good, but at least now it is soldering. So I've tinned the wires. All I have to do now is wire them into the ground and the +5 or whatever voltage. It's going to be microwatts, isn't it? So the plus and the negative. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I'll do that next, and I'll be checking for continuity and see if it all works. So I think I've got it soldered in. Again, I take no credit for the standard of my soldering. It ain't good, but I want it to work rather than look good. It's going to be in that little case, and I will put some form of additional cable security on there once she's in. Yeah, I'll test the continuity next, but the soldering bit's done. So basically now I think I should be able to plug a USB cable from this. Plug this USB cable in. Plug this. Oh, come here, you little bugger. Get in shot. I should be able to plug this USB cable in and see if the Morse key does anything. It should see a right mouse click, I think. I've done it right. Let's give it a try. So I plugged the mouse in, and the good thing is there's life in it, which is good news. I haven't destroyed it. Just made a simple text notepad here. So here's a test of my ham radio computer with the Mouse-Morse-Key. Rolls off the tongue. So here's my original mouse. It's already plugged in there, and let's just highlight a key. So this is with the regular mouse, just for comparison. If I right click, I should get that menu up. So that's what I'm looking for. So let's move the regular mouse around, and then highlight a letter, and then with the Morse key, I depress. You get that a shot? Just about, I think. If I depress, then that should bring up the right click menu. And there we go. Now, I would say that's a win. Let's check it again. Highlight, and let's press what is the right mouse button. Menu up. So I would say that is definitely working. I will put the case back on the mouse, just purely for aesthetics really. I'll put a bit more protection on the wires in, just to give it a bit more sturdiness. But as you can see, this little hack, to give credit to the gentleman that showed the video. Let's have a look. So this is the one, Peter Delta Oscar 7 Charlie Echo Delta. Pretty much a similar circumstance. The delta between me and mine and his video is his mouse, as you can see here, is going directly onto the key, whereas mine, I'm using these Y converters. So I've taken one side off the Y converter as an adapter to then go onto the USB mouse. So I've not touched the Morse key at all. I'll plug that into a splitter, cut one side of the splitter off, use that on the other side of the connection, and then strip back the little wires back, and then put that onto the right mouse click, whereby when I now highlight a key, and I can prove that the right click input works. There we go. There we go. So there we is. So I'll just get it tidied up and then see if we can't find a Morse trainer where I can try using it. But I think in terms of like being able to use a USB mouse as a input for a straight paddle, for a straight Morse key, this is going to work rather well. So just get it back in the case and see how we go. Right, here's my second attempt at recording this. I haven't realised I was recording on photo mode. Not very good. Anyway, so I've got the a Morse app from the station. Sorry, Morse app from Apple Store. It's free, this one. I'm not saying it's any good, but it does the job. Connected my Morse key into the Mac, and yeah, it works. I'm about to change the primary mouse button from left to right. As we can see, it's working well. There we go, I've got my 5. Yeah. Little Morse key plugged into the mouse, and into the, it works well. I certainly feel like yeah, I can relax and practice knowing that I'm not transmitting, and it's with a really solid key. I can relax and follow some tutorials along with the Mouse-Morse-Key. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too good, but it's protected. That's the important thing. It's not going to get damaged. And all I have to do, if I don't want to use that, use the mouse, and want to put the Morse key back into the radio, just simply unplug it and it's good to go into the transceiver. But yeah, it's been didn't take too long, and seems to be working well. Got a long way to go. 26 characters and numbers, up to 15 words a minute. There we are. Today's the day I start, the 15th of February 2022. Hopefully before too long I will get this down, but first I'm going to be listening and just listening to key saves on the radio and Kiwi, and trying to interpret the signals that are being said, listening for slow Morse key saves, and trying to disseminate the Morse by listening first. That will help my sending. I think it's a lot like reading and writing, you know, being able to read first so you know what you're writing. So I need to be able to listen first so I know what I'm sending. But yeah, been really good. Thanks for all the suggestions from Paul Radio Society. Really happy that yeah, I can really, you know, dedicate some time to learning Morse, and hopefully when I'm out portable doing QRP, I can get on the reverse beacon network, and also on the Potor app, advertise my frequency, and get some QSOs in, and hopefully people will understand that I'm learning, and we go from there. You know, get the speed up, go from 5, 10, 15, see how we go. But yeah, practice and just having fun. Thanks again, Cemeteries.